There's an inherent trap in doing something every day, and that's what we're going to talk about today in our video. Good morning, Buddhas. It is 7:36 a.m. and we've got a kitty stopping in to say hi. Hi guys, how you doing? Now, what do I mean by there being a trap in doing something every single day? Now, I don't necessarily mean this in a really negative, bad kind of way. There could be a lot of positives, and actually I'm noticing a lot of positives from the things that I do on a daily basis, such as meditating, such as working out, such as filming videos, just having a nice coffee ritual in the morning. I enjoy doing these things. But then you can look at them and you can see the trap if you miss a day, and that can cause a frustration, that can cause a guilt almost. So I don't want to make this a very long, drawn-out topic, but what I do want to talk about is that the things we do on a repeated basis, the daily affirmations that we take, the daily action that we take, is what defines our core character, our core frequency, okay? So if you're working a 9-to-5 job, which I currently am, and I do this in the morning before that job starts, right? Then you're used to doing certain actions throughout the day. And those actions probably serve, especially to serve that job itself. But the question is, are they serving your core identity, right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to change up what you're doing. So the first thing that you have to get over is feeling that guilt that you owe your employer something. No, do your job well and continue to do it, but you don't owe them your devotion for the rest of your life. Think about on that one for a minute. Meditate on that. Highly recommend. Second aspect is if you're getting up and rushing and barely making it into work, let's say every day, then you're setting yourself up to be in a rushing, I barely make it kind of headspace constantly. Okay? So how do we change these paradigms? Bob Proctor always talks about the paradigm. The way that you feel most of the time is how the results that you're going to get. So how do we change the paradigm? How do we change the story so that the way I feel is up? Right? I'm making these decisions to increase the way that I feel and to improve my life. So how do I continue down that journey? And for me, this has been a very interesting thing to observe in my daily life. In the last few months, I have started to take account of the things that I do on a daily and when I do them and how they make me feel. So in the morning, now it's 2020, so again, the gyms are closed, so I don't have the exact same routine, but I'm still trying to stay active. So I'm getting up out of bed at the same time as I would have been to be going to the gym at 7 till 7:30, let's say. From 7:30 till 8, I would usually film a video, and then I would start working at 8. The realization that that was starting to provide me with results and starting to make me feel like a better person encouraged me to want to add to it. So I started getting up at between 6 and 6:30, meditating for half an hour. Then it's for 6:30 to 7, meditate, 7 to 7:30 gym, 7:30 to 8 video. So I was getting this routine going. And now outside circumstances are affecting this, but I'm trying to stay in the same headspace. So I still got up today at 6:30, and then I meditated for an hour. I didn't even realize what I was doing, but I'm so used to meditating in the morning and then to film videos at 7:30 that when the time came for me to come out of meditation, because I knew I wasn't going to the gym, it was 7:30. I was like, oh, that is so cool. Like, it felt like I was in meditation for maybe 20 minutes, maybe half an hour if I'm pushing it. It did not feel like an hour. And that is a subject for an entirely different video that we're going to work on at some point. I may film that after this, actually. Try and get the content up. But that brings me to part of the trap, right? So I like this morning routine, and it works for me, and it's something I do on a daily basis. There are other things I do every day as well. But when that morning routine starts to feel like a trap is when you need to start to maybe consider mixing it up a little bit. And I don't mean to drastically change absolutely everything, but add some variability, add something new, add that something next because your body is essentially telling you like, okay, this is our set point. We're at the set point. We're doing the set point, and now we feel just as productive or just as good as we normally would if we had slept in, and now we're getting up almost late, just rushing to make it to where we need to be. Now, I'm in no way saying that you're going to fall back to that same state of being by being super efficient, and then you're going to get your morning routine so efficient that you're never going to actually go to bed, because by the time you go to bed, you have to start your morning. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am kind of referring to here is that you got to stay on the horse, and you got to stay on the horse with that positive attitude, right? So over the last weekend, I messed up my routine completely because I was at the cottage. It was Thanksgiving. I slept in, and now I'm trying to get back in it, and it's like really encouraging me to come back in, and I'm really happy to be doing it. But at the same time, I'm feeling that resistance. I'm recognizing it. I'm like, oh, okay. So this daily thing that I do, it really does matter. Like, it really does matter, and it really defines who I am and how I am being. So what I want to conclude with is this. A1, comment down below, like, subscribe, say that you love yourself, because come on people, some self-love. Let's get those comments down below. I love myself. That's going to be our new thing. That's all I want. Just write that you love yourself and move on to the next video, okay? But what I'm noticing here is that the daily pulls you back, but it also becomes that set point. So don't let that set point settle if that's not where you want to be at yet. If there's still things you want to add them in, but recognize that it can take some time, okay? So do the things in the morning that make you feel like a powerhouse. My goal is to get down to 5 a.m., right? And get up that 5 a.m. club and read in the morning and write in the morning and videos in the morning and working out in the morning and meditating in the morning. And then my reward, after all that good work and hard effort, and like, it doesn't even feel like work and effort, but you know what I mean. My reward after all of that, and when that's all done and Gucci, I get myself a coffee, right? Because it's just like that three-dimensional hit of those drugs. So good, caffeine. Should it be legal or not? I don't know. Not my problem. So let me know how much you love yourself down below. Let me know if you have any morning routines that you want to share, and any recommendations or anything that you do. And eventually at some point we're going to make a video about those as well. So sit back and enjoy the show.